Alright, my friends, welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we are going to be taking a look at... what the heck? Oh, it's way over there. Huh, okay. Alright, let's see. So, we're going to be running at 1440p. 100% on this game. No upscaling whatsoever. With the frame rate uncapped and VSync off. Let's go over here to the recommended settings. We're going to be on Ultra with ray tracing. This is the 7900 XT. So we're going to kind of do that Hogwarts run through here on this card to see how stable it is on this without any upscaling with the ray tracing on. So let's go ahead and get into our little run through Hogsmeade. Oh, and I do have the fluid motion frames thing running too, just so that you guys can see, like, because it does double your frame rate, and overall it's a smoother experience. So let's just see how this frame rate handles the overwhelming freaking Hogsmeade run. And now look at the VRAM usage too. I want you guys to pay very close attention to that, because we're only at 1440p and we're getting up to 16, 17 on this AMD GPU at 1440p. So I want you guys to pay attention to that, because I really do have like this I have this theory for why it does that on the AMD GPUs that it doesn't seem to do that on Nvidia. On Nvidia, it usually just tries to come in a little bit lower. So this part right here usually hits about 26 on the 7800 XT at this part. So I mean, we're seeing a little bit of uptick through here in terms of like overall performance and stuff, but it does seem fairly close. But like I just barely jumped into this, so we got a little bit of a hiccup right there, like we normally do on the other two. I would say overall stability is pretty good, and to be completely honest, I really do think that has a lot to do with the VRAM that this game game is allocating on the AMD GPUs. I feel like it adds or lets the game access more of it, so that it can run it a lot more smooth. So yeah, this is with the ray tracing fully enabled on this GPU at the 1440p, and like for some reason the higher up the Nvidia stack you go, or the AMD stack you go, it seems to get smoother with more VRAM, because well, actually, it was pretty smooth on the 7800 XT as well. The only one that really seemed to buckle under the pressure of this game really hard was that 4070. And that's that's unfortunate, because that card is supposed to be like the ray tracing king. And see, okay, well, here's my thoughts on it, man. And this is another one of the reasons why I don't like Nvidia all that much, is because if a game like this comes out and it has poor performance on the Nvidia GPUs, that game is automatically regarded as trash, when you could have simply just bought an AMD GPU and had a better experience from the very get-go. And when I bought this game, I still had the 3080. And the 3080, man, oh my gosh, that was so annoying. I would drop down to like 4 freaking frames a second, and it would stutter and freeze and just was unplayable for the most part. And then when you turn off ray tracing, you know, it wasn't as bad when you turn off ray tracing, but You know, like you buy an NVIDIA GPU for ray tracing. That's the whole reason you buy an NVIDIA GPU. And then when you can't use it, then all of a sudden the game becomes trash. Like, this game isn't trash. When you turn off ray tracing, this game is super freaking smooth and runs just fine. But yeah, every single GPU is gonna have problems with the overall with the overall ray tracing experience on this game. So now let's go ahead and pop into the settings real quick. We're gonna go ahead and re-enable the FSR upscaling, and we're gonna see what FSR can do for us. We're just gonna run that at the quality setting and see if that can stable out our frame rate, make it a little bit higher. Looks like it's still gonna run pretty much the same with quality. And we're just gonna run real fast through here. I mean, to tell you the truth, with fluid motion frames on, it actually feels like you're playing a 60 FPS experience. Like, it doesn't feel terrible at all. But I mean, the highest we're gonna get with the quality setting is gonna be 45 through freaking Hogsmeade. See, because once you get out here, then you're getting above 60. So like in the castle, in Hogwarts Castle, and out here in Hogsmeade, yeah, your frame rate definitely cannot handle all of the craziness that's going on with this game when it comes to ray tracing. So yeah, I definitely. And then you notice like the VRAM. Oh no, it's still at 17. It was down to like 16 there for a second, but I mean, there's really no way to play this with the FSR or anything on like that. When we get back down here to the bottom, we'll try XESS. I've seen XESS on this game too, and I don't really think any of them are super duper impressive, to be completely honest with you. It's just the FSR still lets me retain that softer look that I've come to really appreciate and like on my games. But we can do some XESS quality and see how that will liven up the image quality, because it's starting to get a little bit dark and gloomy now. I mean, we are holding a little bit. Well, start getting in here in the 50s and 40s still. And yes, you can use fluid motion frames with XESS as well if that's something that you want to use. I think the fog is skewing our little thing here. I've noticed that I'm starting to notice a little bit more judder while using XESS though. It's not as smooth as the just native, or with it's not as smooth as with just native resolution or FSR2. I think this game could really benefit from FSR3 and actual integration of frame generation. But alright, my friends, that is the video for Hogwarts Legacy on the 7900 XT. If you guys like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Revelio.